Over 42,000 women were victims of gender-based violence in the 2023-2024 period in South Africa. Different reports shows that 15 women are killed every day in South Africa, while 117 women raped daily. Welcome once again to the news segment. I am Kwizera Sanren. A high-level delegation from the World Bank, led by Ndiama Diop, a regional vice president for Eastern and Southern Africa, recently visited to pay respect to the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi and to reaffirm the commitment to the country's development. The delegation toured the Kigali Genocide Memorial at Gisozi, the final resting place for over 215,000 victims. They laid wreaths at the burial grounds and visited exhibit documenting the history, execution, and aftermath of the genocide that claimed over 1 million lives in just 1,000 days. The tour also included the Children's Memorial and section dedicated to other global genocide. Mr. Diop emphasized the importance of understanding Rwanda's history in appreciating the nation's remarkable transformation. In paying our respects, we are reminded of the profound resilience of the Rwandan people. He said the World Bank stands in solidarity with Rwanda, supporting its ambitious and path towards sustainable development and unity. Rwanda's Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Dr. Ozier Ndagijimana, highlighted that such visits strengthen collaborations. He noted that Rwanda development goals are closely linked to remembering the past, promoting unity, and rebuilding the nations. The World Bank has been a long-standing development partner for Rwanda, funding projects across sectors including agriculture, energy, human capital, and digital innovation. The delegation also met with government officials to discuss ongoing and future initiatives aimed at fostering inclusive growth. This visit demonstrated that international institutions recognize the importance of understanding Rwanda's history to better support its present and future development goals. Women in South Africa are increasingly turning to owning guns and learning how to use them as a way to protect themselves from gender-based violence. Some women in the country have chosen to take their security into their own hands by regularly owning firearms. Statistics from crime monitoring authorities shows that between January and March 2025, 117 women were killed while 1,000 were victims of gender-based violence in South Africa. Survivors of sexual and gender-based violence who spoke to BBC said they are training to firearms use because preventing violence against women is the first priority. Prudence, who survived abuse, said, "I screamed, I cried, but he never stopped. From that day, the fight was not easy." She explained that the problem of gender-based violence and femicides can no longer be resolved by the policy alone, but require a national level solution. She added, "These are the times my younger sister is growing up in, even though I'm the one being abused. There are other girls showing up in these families. How will they live safely? How will victims find comfort while rapists walk free? Because someone who rapes doesn't do it once, they continue unless they are imprisoned." The woman say they do not want to be in a situation where they have to shoot someone attempting to harm them, but owning gun gives them the ability to make a decision that protect their lives and keep them from being violated. Over 42,000 women were victims of gender-based violence in the 2023-2024 period in South Africa. Different reports shows that 15 women are killed every day in South Africa, while 117 women raped daily. This crisis has sparked major protests in Johannesburg and other parts of the country, where women were urged to stay away from work on 21st November 2025 and lie on the ground for 15 minutes between 12 and 1 p.m. South African time to honor women who have been killed across the country. The protest, called the G20 Women's Shutdown, began on social media to pressure the government to declare gender-based violence a national crisis, but the government dismissed the call. Cameron Kasambara from the Women from Change organization said that the country has many well-written laws addressing gender-based violence, but the biggest problems lies in implementing them. The appeal chamber of the Paris Assize Court in France is preparing to hear the case of Claude Muhaimana, who appealed 14 years prison sentence he received after being found guilty in participating in the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. On the November 19, 2025, the president of the Paris Assize Court met with the lawyers in preparatory meeting to review the list of witnesses who will be called during the appeal trial. The appeal hearing for Muhaimana is scheduled to begin on February 2, 2026. The Rwandan national is seeking to overturn the charges which he has convicted nearly 4 years ago and to be declared innocent. Muhaimana was born in 1961 in the former Kibuye prefecture in western Rwanda. During the genocide, he worked as a driver for the guest house. A complaint filed by CP Sierra, an organization dedicated to bring genocide perpetrators hiding abroad to justice. He was released on April 10, 2015 and placed under judicial supervision while investigation continued. His trial was initially set for September 2020 but postponed due to the global COVID-19 pandemic. His trial began on November 22, 2021. He was accused of transporting Interahamwe as they traveled to kill Tutsi in Kibuye between April and July in 1994. Prosecutor also stated that Muhaimana took a part in killing carried out at the Kibuye Parish Church on April 17 in 1994. At the Gatwaro Stadium and at the home Saint-Jean the following day. Muhaimana, represented by Attorney Philippe and Marthe, denied all charges and claimed he was targeted because of his membership in the RNC, an opposition group against the Rwandan government. On December 16, 2021, the Paris Assize Court convicted Muhaimana of complicity in genocide and crimes against humanity. He was sentenced to 14 years in prison after the court concluded that he transported Interahamwe military. The court also noted that it could not confirm his involvement in the killings committed in Kibuye town, as he stated he had traveled to Ruhengeri at the time to deliver the body of a gendarme named Mwafurika, who has died in Bisesero. Ibuka, the association representing survivors of the genocide against the Tutsi, expressed that the sentence given to Muhaimana was too lenient compared to the gravity of the crimes committed.